Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Jar Monk Plays. I feel like I'm drowning in water, which is kind of true because I just drank a lot of water. So, welcome to another episode of Jar Monk Plays Lonely Mountains Downhill on Nintendo Switch. There we go. I'm still like brainstorming. I shouldn't be because I don't think we're like that close to finishing this series up. Especially if there's like some sort of support spike at some point. I don't know. I'm not really banking on that. I feel like a lot of the times I'm just gonna post videos to the ether, even if it's getting like literally 1 to 3 views, and eventually it'll pick up. Like I've been looking at my Pokemon series, the Nuzlocke series. It's honestly been doing pretty good. I'm like, what? Since when? Like, why are these all of a sudden getting views? But that's like the nature of YouTube. Is, you know, like it'll catch somebody's eye in the future. It like I've been following kind of the wrong YouTubers because they post like 5-6 videos a day. Where the ebb and flow, you know, it's not gonna be in, I don't know. It's just the wrong comparison that I'm trying to kind of gauge my uploads on. You know, I feel like I should really, like, at my level, pretty much you just post whatever you want to play. And if it catches fire, stick to that for a bit, and then move on. In this case, I just really enjoy playing this game, and it's really easy to record like 3 or 4 in a single night if I chose to like skip a stream, and just let my thoughts go wild. I mean, not like that wild, dude. Contain yourself, control yourself. But yeah, like, what games have I been playing / like looking forward to play? I've been playing this game called, like, I honestly just need to keep the mental thoughts going. If you're looking for the Lonely Mountains commentary, I need to keep my brain going because it seems to be working. Like, the energy that I'm getting just from talking about, you know, other things, it made us do what we couldn't do in 10 minutes in the last episode. Let's see here. Let's do trail number 2 on that one. But we've been playing no, stay on Mount Riley, thank you. Okay, trail 2. What do we need? The Geronimo? Can we unlock this? Is it a possibility? We only have 7 gear parts. Oh no. How do we unlock more gear parts, dude? Do we get gear parts for this? Nope. Yeah, give me a second here. The snake's tongue. There we go. Bike part. There we go. 230. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, we've been playing Fury Unleashed quite a bit. I've only made it to the second area, and it's kind of like it's a tougher game. I feel like if I had more time, I probably would have mastered it at this point. It does something that I don't like roguelites doing, which is that you're kind of forced into situations where you need to get hit. Or I guess that's the incorrect way of putting it. You're gonna get hit. because, you know, or, you know what, now that I may have just needed to talk about it, because I feel like, it didn't make sense when I was playing it. It's kind of like a platformer, like Hollow Knight style, but it's also just kind of like action-based. It's melee and shooting, but the melee, I think, is purposefully punishing. Like, you have to know which characters do what, or else you're in danger of getting damage, which damage is really bad because it's all combo based. Like, you're essentially supposed to build up a combo to give yourself like critical boosts, like critical rate boosts, and like currency boosts and all of that. So the whole thing is about you raising your combo, and if you do anything to lower that combo, then you are you're not playing the game. You know, you're not doing it right. Oh boy, we're about to lose that spray, but it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Oh my god. This should not be this difficult. To be honest, like, the first time I played through this, I was playing with the SNES 8-bit Do Pro or whatever, which one? The one with the dual analog sticks. And also with the grips. And it's pretty good, but the Switch Pro controller is 100% way better. I will say the Switch version does have like the stutteriness doesn't bother me as much, like the 30 frames. What does bother me though is whenever there's like 3 frames that were yeeted into the atmosphere. Like, oh, I just completely teleported. You know, basically like me on Twitch. Too soon? Yeah, if you've seen a Twitch stream with my webcam on, like me teleporting on there. Which, if you're only a YouTube person, you wouldn't have seen that because I have not I'm not about to post, like, you know, juddery videos onto YouTube. That's preposterous. You know, who do you think I am? Like, I'm not a monster. It's probably a little dramatic, but you know. We feed off a dramaticization here. But yeah, Fury Unleashed is pretty good. I would say the combat's pretty exciting. But I think I have a limit on B-tier indie roguelites. And yes, I did say that with a K and a T at the end, just so that I appease all crowds. Roguelites. Like it's. There we go. We did a slow-mo on. Okay, hold on. 230. 230. Just get it within 230. You'll get the bike part. That's all we need. Come on, focus, 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 focus. And 220. 222. 24. 25. Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. Oh. I think we get the Geronimo now, right? So that we can do number 4. Yeah, let's do that. Woohoo! Yeah, besides Fury Unleashed, which, I mean, to wrap up my thoughts on that, like, do I recommend it? That's a tough recommend. Because, like I was saying, it's kind of a B-tier roguelite. Like, it's one of those ones where you want to get all your upgrades, like spend all your time in the beginning just grabbing all your upgrades. Kind of like, Rogue Legacy and Hades and all that. Like, there's an end game that you're working towards where you're, once you're fully suited up, you can go for good runs. But the overall, like, flow of it is a little bit, I don't want to say jank, because jank is kind of just like a nothing term. Well, I guess not 100%. Like, it's a term that's pretty universally understood, right? It means, like, not everything is as fluid as you've previously experienced before. And that could bring some charm. Like, the comic book aesthetic is great. If only it didn't look like a mini clip game. And no offense, like, to mini clip, and N++ is from there, and that game is just absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, like, there's just a certain charm that's kind of missing from it. Whether it's the references or just the overall presentation doesn't quite match what they're trying to do. I feel like with the comic book feel, if they meshed that up with like a kind of like a Borderlands look, if they did, and I know it's not a very popular look, like the cell shading comic book style of Borderlands. There's people have grown kind of tired of it ever since Borderlands. But I don't think that's the problem with Borderlands anyways. I think they're just a little bit too self-aware. It's a huge problem with media properties that are like pretty funny because of their self-awareness, and then they're like, oh yeah, self-awareness is our brand, and then they become so self-aware that they're not anymore. Does that make any sense? It makes perfect sense in my head. And I've talked about it before, but Psych was an amazing show, and you can ask any of my friends. I have sworn up and down that it's like one of the best shows ever. But I will say, my opinions of it dwindled as the show went on, which is very unfortunate. But they became that Borderlands 3 after season 5, where they're just like the cast is laughing more in the background than we're laughing as the audience. It's like, hey, you guys are having fun. I'm glad that I'm here along for the ride. And that's kind of where it ends, There's no more belly laughs from me. Whereas season 2 to 4 were just like non-stop belly laughs, just like the chemistry out the wazoo. Psych gets compared a lot to like to Chuck, because it's kind of in the same era. And Chuck is, I would say it's not as good. I would, I'll take that hot take. It's like a medium take. Like a little bit of pink in the center. But, you know, a pretty chewable take. A steak take, if you will. It's the main problem with Chuck. Well, there's a lot of problems with Chuck, but the good parts was that it stayed self-aware. But I think whenever they like doing that tone shift of like seriousness versus the comedy. And I don't think those always hit well. Like, and you know, I guess you don't have to make them hit that well all the time. But like, just, if you know the ending of Chuck, it's just like, geez, why end that way? Like, why just like completely scar your fans, essentially? I don't know. They were very punishing to the fans. Like right around season maybe like 3, 4, whenever Brendan Roth, aka Superman, returns. Like one of the Supermen, you know, the guy that is made fun of a ton because he lifts stuff a lot. And Kevin Spacey was the bad guy, I think, if I recall correctly. Am I gonna make this? No, it's 16 seconds. Are you kidding me? I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, we need more time than this. But yeah, Kevin Spacey was the bad guy. It's some sort of kryptonite island. Yeah, whenever he joined, I think the tone became a little too suspenseful. They wanted to be heroes because heroes died. A very unfortunate death. Speaking of comic book aesthetics, right? Oh man, poor heroes, dude. Save the cheerleader, save the... just please save the show. And Heroes Reborn did nothing for the show. This is really sad. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you probably lost all your original writers and like the original dream for the show can't be realized if you don't have, you know, the same oomph behind it. Like, that's the thing, like when you have like a pilot in the first season, these actors and these writers are kind of giving it their all. That's why it's always just a little bit weird to me whenever people are like, well, the first season kind of sucks. But I guess part of it could be like, you know, they're kind of looking for their tone first, like Parks and Rec. You know, they didn't really find their tone until Chris Pratt's, you know, living in the hole at the end. And whoa, this is not the way. I know that for sure. Where's isn't there like a huge shortcut here? Yeah, I think I'm missing like a massive... There we go. This is the shortcut that I need. It's going to be a little bit hard to work with, though. Especially with only 7 crashes. Yeah. I don't know. We'll work on that next episode. Thank you so much for listening to me babble about TV shows, though. This episode, I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for all your support. You know, it's your likes and your just views and listening in. Thank you so much for everything. That's a little dramatic, but you get what I'm saying. All right, see ya.